Welcome to Yoga TX. I'm Ash Willow. Thanks for coming back and joining us on our yoga journeys. Every day is a new day, and today with a fresh vibe, a fresh feel, I'm going to give you a quick 25 to 30 minute morning flow to wake your body up, to revitalize and rejuvenate you after your sleep so that you can start your day fresh and feeling good. So thanks for joining me. Let's go ahead and get started. You'll come to your mat wherever you're at. And if you like to sit on a block, which I do always, it's just good for your hips to be above your knees, and you want to come into a comfortable, easy seated pose. Sit up nice and straight, chest lifted. I realized after my last few videos I need to work on my chest. So we're going to work on our chest together. Roll those shoulders down, relax the tongue, close your eyes, and start to deepen your breath. Then we'll take some long, slow, deep inhales, fill the belly, and long, slow exhales, fill the belly. And we'll just begin to slowly move the arms with the breath. Inhaling, take your arms up over the head, take your time, reach all the way up. Exhale, you can open the mouth, let it go. Keeping the spine nice and long, bring the hands through your heart. Inhale, stretch, reach all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, release. Let it go, pull the belly in. Bring the hands through your heart center. Inhale, reach and stretch all the way up. Exhale, let it go. Push the air out through the fingertips. Come back through your heart center. Two more on your own. Inhale, reach and stretch up. Exhale, let it go. Release any tension that you have in your shoulders from your sleep. We're just warming you up right now. Inhale, last one. Stretch all the way up. Exhale. Bring your hands back to your heart center and namaskar. Close the eyes and take a deep breath. Roll the shoulders down away from the ears, soften the jaw, and then slowly blink the eyes open. We'll move into our tabletop now. So take your block out from underneath you, roll onto your hands and your knees. I like to kind of warm up my body by keeping my knees underneath my hips, hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, lengthen the spine, pull the belly in. Exhale, sit your hips back down to your heels. Take your forehead to the floor. Inhale, push your hands palms into the earth, root down with her, and then come sit up into your tabletop position. Again, being really long through the spine, sucking the belly in tight. Exhale, sit your hips back down to your heels, forehead to the floor. And then inhale, push back up. Exhale, take your time. Hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. Now, if the forehead doesn't touch the floor, let's just say you're right here. That's okay. Be right there. Soften the jaw, soften the neck, soften the hips. With time, with practice, as you practice daily, you'll soften deeper into the pose, taking the forehead closer to the floor. Again, 2 more rounds at your own pace. Inhale, push up into the hands, lengthen the spine. Exhale, sit your hips back down. And then come up to your tabletop position and just kind of prepping us for our downward facing dog. Drop down to your elbows, your forearms. You want the forearms flat on the ground, and then walk your knees back about 2 inches so that your knees are now no longer in line with your hips. And then you'll lift the hips up, take the belly in, pull the chest in, and draw the armpits towards the thighs, the forehead to the floor. So we call this puppy dog here, just a little preparation for our downward dog. So make sure your hips are lifted, the low belly is pulled in, You're opening up through the chest and the rib cage, the forehead to the floor. Shoulders are pulled down away from the ears, and the hands' palms are flat against the floor. Take 2 more rounds of breath here. Inhale, suck your belly in. As you exhale, sink the chest closer towards the thighs. And then slowly become aware of your hands, palms, push them into the earth, and then you'll walk your knees up, back, so that your shoulders are in line with your hands, palms. Tuck your toes, and then push up into your downward facing dog. So downward dog here. Walk your knees out one at a time, right and left and right and left and right and left. And then open up your hands maybe a little bit wider than your shoulder space. It's no problem. You can kind of get really comfortable here on your mat. Pull the shoulders down away from the ears, okay? So you're not up crunched like this. We're not doing down dog like this. We're pulling the shoulders down away from the ears, rotating them, and then taking the eye gaze towards the navel. So you gotta look down towards the belly. Don't be afraid. You look okay this morning, I promise. Suck it in, suck the belly in, tighten it up. And if you're feeling a little bit tight, you can keep the knees bent here and just soften the heels down gently. Again, drawing the shoulders down away from the ears and the chest towards the thighs. Suck your belly in, low belly always in. Breathe 3 deep breaths here. And if this is too much for you already this morning, then go ahead and drop back down to your knees and pull the low belly in. So wherever you're at, 1 more deep breath. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. And then you'll go ahead and look in between your hands and take your little walk up. So however long it takes you to walk up to the top of your mat. And then inhale, rise. You can reach the crown of the head forward, suck your belly in, roll your shoulders down away from you. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees a little bit. Again, allow the chest to relax. You can grab your opposing elbows in front of you for ragdoll. This is a nice energy rush to the head because all the blood is flowing in there now. I'm just going to give you that nice revitalizing energy that you need for your day. Take 2 more deep breaths here, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the jaw. And if it feels good, you can gently kind of come over to the right. You can come over to the left. If that doesn't feel good, then don't do that and just hold here and breathe, keeping the knees bent and the stomach glued to the thighs. Let it all go this morning. And then we'll take an inhale, half lift, reach the crown of the head forward, suck your belly in, shoulders back down away from the ears. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knee. And then inhale, rise. And you'll stand all the way up. Really get that long stretch as you stand up. And then exhale, release your arms down side. So here we are, present at the top of our mat in our Tadasana pose, mountain pose. And this pose is such a strong pose where you're really breathing life into the chest, into the heart, and relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. Standing as long as you can inside of your body, inside of your spine, finding a soft gaze forward. Inhale, reach your arms up over the head. Bring your palms together to touch. Now there's lots of different grips. Choose one that works for you. I like palms together. Stretch up out of your waist and then slowly bend over to the right. And just get a nice soft stretch down the left side of the body, relaxing the jaw. If you'd like to get a deeper stretch, if you feel like you might find a deeper stretch, you can grab your wrist, shoot energy out of your fingers, and reach over towards the left. So those are a couple options for you. Pull the belly in, stay very contracted through the abdominal wall. Soften the jaw, there's no tension. And then inhale, come back up. Exhale, release your arms down side. Roll your shoulders out. Inhale, take your arms up all the way. Again, palms touch. Relax the shoulders down, lengthen through the spine, and then stretch over towards the left side. Again, feeling a nice long stretch through the right side of the body. Soften the jaw. No tension this morning. You're just awakening the body, breathing life into the body. Again, if you did the grip on the other side, do that here as well. Make sure you have energy shooting out of your fingers so there's no lumpy arms. You're not collapsing, you're always lengthening, engaging, and stretching. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, release your arms down side. Take a deep inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit your hips back into your chair pose. And here you want to be long through the spine. So you're not tucking your tailbone in, you're not tucking your tailbone out. You just sit your hips into your imaginary chair. You keep your low belly in. You reach your arms up and you hold. You hold here, sending a lot of energy to the legs, toning, shaping the glutes, the thighs, the buttocks, toning the abdominal wall. So pull it in, hold it here for 3 more deep breaths. You thought I was gonna count down. I'm not. I'm gonna give it to you 2 more deep breaths. Ready? Inhale, fully reach through your fingertips. Exhale, soften. 1 more deep breath. Then inhale, rise, stand all the way up. Exhale, release your arms down side. So we'll work our way down now. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, I like to bend my knees as I forward fold. Go all the way down, suck the belly in. Let your head hang heavy. Inhale, half lift. Reach the crown of the head forward. You can also bring your hands up here. Exhale, forward fold. Bend at the knees. Let your head hang heavy. And go ahead and step back to your plank pose. And in plank pose, again, you want to have your hips parallel. So you don't want your hips to be up. You don't want your hips to be droopy. You don't want any of that going on. You want your hips parallel. If it's too much, drop down to your knees. Always take your into your knees. So wherever you're at, pull the belly in. Hold it in here tight for 3. If you're on your toes, stay up high. Squeeze your quadriceps. 2. 1, go ahead, lower down to your knees. Sit your hips back to your heels. Take your forehead to the floor for child's pose. Settle here into your child's pose. Recentering, going back to your breath. Going back to the prana, the life force, the energy that's inside of you. Reach through your fingertips, relax through your shoulders. Become aware of your hands' palms. Push all 5 fingers into the ground. We call these our 5-star points. So push them down into the earth and then lift up into your tabletop position. And from here, again, we're just warming up the body here. You're going to inhale. Take your left leg up to a hike. Keep your foot flexed. Kick it out towards the side. Bring it back behind you. Pull it into the chest. All right, so it's a few motions. You're going to hike, kick it out, take it back, and bring it in. Inhale, hike. Exhale, kick it out. Take it back behind you and pull it into the chest. Do it 2 more times. I know it's hard, but stay with it. 1, kick it out, take it back, and return it in. Last one, hike, kick it out, take it back, and pull it in. Release your left knee down. Sit your hips back to your heels. Take your forehead to the floor for child's pose. 2 slow, deep breaths here, releasing any tension in your hips, your shoulders. Again, become aware of your 5 points of your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Press them into the earth. And then sit back up into your tabletop position. And we'll take it over to our right side. So we're going to do it 5 times. You got it. Send in some energy to your hips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, kick it out. Take it back behind you. And return it back towards the center. Inhale, kick. Hike. Back behind you. Pull it in, hike, kick it out, return it back, pull it in and hike, kick it out, take it back, pull it in, last 1, stay strong, 2, back behind you, pull it in, good. Sit your hips back to your heels, again take your forehead to the floor for child's pose. Inhale fully, exhale, soften. And that was just kind of sending some fire energy to the hips for our low lunge that we're gonna move into. So become aware of your hands' palms, press them deep into the earth, and then push back up into your tabletop position. So anytime, downward dog is hard for you, you can always take poses from tabletop position. And so we're gonna inhale, extend your right leg back behind you. Exhale, take your right foot in between your hands. And then inhale, you're gonna lengthen. And as you exhale, you'll rise. So we're just getting a nice, good stretch here through the psoas. Bring your hands, palms up. And another variation for hand grip, you can push the palms up to the earth and then take it over to the right. And just get a nice stretch here on the left side of the body. Again, opening up the hips. We warmed up our legs. So 3 deep breaths here. Inhale fully. Exhale, soften. Keep reaching through your fingertips. And if this grip is too challenging or too hard, please don't force yourself. You can always keep the palms together. You can also do the wrist. Breathe deeply. And then return back up. You'll exhale your hands all the way down to the ground. Tuck your toes. Walk your hands back towards your knee. Flex your foot. And you're gonna feel a nice, good stretch on the back of your leg here. Draw your chin to your shin. So every time you kind of move forward, you'll soften into it a little bit more. You can take the hands down. If it feels okay, you can also unhook your toes and soften back into it. But if that doesn't feel good, then keep your toes tucked and slowly lower your chest down. Just feel that stretch. Keep this foot active feet always. Lots of energy coming out of your toes. And then return back up. You're gonna bring your hands, walk your foot to the outside edge of your shoulder now. Take your left hand palm and place it in the center line of your body and reach around with your right hand palm. And pull your right foot towards your left foot, towards your left hip. Your shoulder back and open and feel that nice stretch through your quadriceps. Inhale fully. Exhale, soften. One more time, inhale fully. Exhale, soften. And then release your grip. Bring your right hand back down. Walk your toes so that your foot is underneath you. And then inhale, extend your right leg back and up towards the sky. Exhale, release your right foot down. Inhale, extend your left leg back and up. Exhale, draw your left foot in between your hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine and then rise up into your low level lunge. So here I'm gonna kind of spread my legs a little bit wider so I get a deeper stretch. The distance between your heel and your knee may not be that far. It may be like this, and that's okay. But the deeper you work into it, the wider the space there'll be. Inhale your arms up, pull the belly in, reach up through your fingertips, and take your side stretch over towards the left. Soften the jaw, reach through the fingertips, and again, finding whichever grip of your choice, you're choosing, your liking, the one where you just feel the most stretch through the back of your shoulders. Soften the jaw, reach through the fingers, and then return back up towards. Exhale your hands, palms down. Sit your hips, tuck your toes, sit your hips back towards the heel. So we're just moving into our left side, feeling that nice stretch and release on the back of our hamstrings. Really stay strong and active in your feet. So no lazy feet here. You don't want to be looking like this. So if you look like this, you're not doing it, right? So go back, pull the belly in, stay strong and active in your foot. Chest is lifted, draw the chin in. So you're constantly being aware of your movement while you're practicing your yoga. And going into those places where you feel this stretch and holding there, breathing and softening. Then inhale, return back up. Walk your foot to the outside edge of your shoulder. Take your right hand down. Take your left hand back behind you and reach for your right toes with your left hand. Suck your belly in and roll that shoulder back and open. And you're going to feel a nice, good quadricep stretch for our mornings, for our day. You're going to feel completely awakened once you finish, I promise. Keep pulling that heel towards the hip. Suck your belly in, relax the jaw, open up the chest through the shoulders. Smile, be happy that you're on your mat today. And then slowly release it back. You can walk your foot back underneath you. Inhale, extend your leg back behind you. Exhale, your knee down to the ground. Sit your hips back to your heels. Take your forehead to the floor for your child's pose. Inhale, deeply breathe into your chest, into your lungs, into your rib cage. Exhale, soften into your shoulders. Relax your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Relax your elbows and just breathe here 3 more rounds of breath. One more cycle, let go of any tension, any stress, any worries. Inhale fully. Exhale, soften. And then you'll slowly just sit yourself back up, feeling awake, feeling alive, feeling refreshed. You just worked your whole body. Right side, left side, front side, back side, hips, knees, legs. So feel good on the inside. Have a moment where you just bring your awareness in, focus in, and honor yourself. Just say thank you, you. Namaste.